What is going on, you guys? My name is Seapeekay and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now, this is not the kind of video I would normally make. This is, I recorded the gameplay separately and I'm talking afterwards. Hopefully you enjoy the gameplay, but also, I hope you enjoy this story that sounds super serious, but it was all fine in the end. Spoiler alert, okay? Now, let me set the scene for you all. So I wake up and I'm excited because I get to go to summer in the city. That's where the story begins. I'm on my way to summer in the city, okay? Now I meet up with Scott. Well, I meet up with Ollie, who I'm traveling to London with. And then we get on a train and we go to London. We arrive at London. I meet up with Scott. We meet up with Steph. I go to my hotel room, which I shared with Scott. And everything is going absolutely fine. The next day, we went to the event. I'd already got my pass the day before. And the way that works is you sort of arrive at like a secret entrance. And we go up some stairs and we sign in and we give our name and stuff. And then they give us our passes. And sometimes there's like a little goodie bag with some like gifts in from like some of the sponsors of the event or something. It's really fun. And, you know, that's where you go to check in. You see other people checking in. I saw some YouTubers that I, like, really like checking in there. Steven Tries was checking in as I was there, and I really like his channel. Obviously, I didn't talk to him because I'm a shy, nervous wreck. Relatable. And at that point, that's when you tend to go to, like, the green room, which is, like, a sort of behind-the-scenes area for us to chill out when we're not doing things like meet and greets or walking around the event. Because some YouTubers have, like, loads and loads of panels. Some YouTubers have, like, no panels. It's hit and miss. I had a couple this time. Like, I had the Minecraft panel, and I had the gaming panel, which I was super excited for, because it was nice to be recognized for Minecraft, but even more so to just get to talk about gaming as a general, which I love to do. If any events are watching this and want me on panels, hit me up. I'm ready for panels, all right? You know, after this, we head to the event for the day. We have a look around. You know, we met with Lizzie and Joel. We're going through absolutely everything, going through all the little parts of the event, seeing all the stands, seeing people, meeting fans, all that fun stuff. Did the panel. The panel went fantastically. A bunch of you guys were there and asked questions, which is always fun. We always love to have questions from the crowd and get to meet and chat with you guys. And then we went back to the green room, chilled out for a little bit. And it was at that point we saw a sign that said, Mamma Mia Party. Check in here. So we had a little look through our little brochure thing, and sure enough, there was a Mamma Mia themed party going on that night. Obviously, Mamma Mia 2 had just come out at the cinema, so I guess they decided to theme the party around that. And the party was actually on a boat, which was super cool. There's a huge hotel next to the XL, which is where Summer in the City is. You can stay in it. It's a hotel, but it's also like a super cool venue. But we also knew that we had a panel at 2 p.m., which was exactly when check-in started for this. So we were like, it's okay. We'll come afterwards and we'll get our tickets. So as I said, we went, we did the panel, all that good stuff. We went back up to the green room for a little while. So as I said, we've chilled out in the green room for a little bit at this point, and we're like, okay, we should probably go down and, check in for the Mamma Mia pie. Went down, and I was last in the queue out of our friends, and people checked in for it, and it was all good. Everyone was getting their passes, and then I stepped up, and this is where the story begins. So I stepped up, and she said, okay, can I take your name? And I said, my name is Callum Knight, because, well, that's my name. And they cross-check it with, like, a list that they have that says whether or not you're on the list. You know, it's super exclusive. And, she scrolled down the list and she kind of looked at me and then looked back at the list and then looked at me again and she said, you've actually picked up your pass already. And I was like, no, I haven't. I definitely haven't done that. And then they was like, well, could a friend have picked it up for you? Because, like, whilst it is obviously, you know, you can't just pick up anyone's pass. Like, if I'd have gone to collect mine and Lizzie's and Scott's and Joel's, like, it probably wouldn't have been too big a deal. They would have done that if they knew that we were friends. So we thought that maybe Jack had picked them up for us already. I think it was Jack, because Jack was already down there, and we thought maybe he's just grabbed all of our tickets for some reason. So turns out he had not. So we continued to talk to the lady, and she said that she actually recognized me from last year, and she thought that, like, she said that she remembered my name, and she didn't think the person who claimed my ticket was me. So I was like, okay. I mean, I was like, do you need to see my ID? Like, I have my ID with me. I have my, you know, my driver's license. If you need to see my ID, I can show you it. I can prove that it's me. And at this point, someone else has come across as well and is helping with the situation. And I'm just like, you know, I swear to God, I'm Callum Knight, I promise. And she said she knew, she recognized me, like, it's all good. And then she said that basically someone who essentially looks completely different to me had come and said that they were here to pick up Callum Knight's pass. And she said, is that you? And he said, yes. So she asked him to spell the name out. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a huge security measure there, like spelling the name. But what that means is that there's no way that person said a name that sounded like mine and she misheard. Like, if your name's Jack and you go and be like, hey, I'm going to pick up a pass and mumble, and she said, oh, can you spell that? And then they're like, okay, it's J-A-C-K. And she was like, oh, I thought you said this name. So by spelling my name, this person 100% confirmed that they were picking up my pass. They were picking up Callum Knight's pass, okay? So, anyway, I was sort of stood there. I was like, well, what happens here? She's like, no, it's fine. I'll get you a pass, and you know, we'll sort it out. I was like, okay. And I was like, but what's gonna happen to the guy who, you know, claimed a ticket in my name? Because if he's done that, I don't know what else he could have possibly claimed. I didn't know everything that was there. He could have been going around being like, you know what? I'm Callum Knight, and I need to go to my panel, please. Or, you know, if he actually went as me and then something went wrong, or he did something wrong or bad, or, like, you know, got drunk and made a fool of himself and he had a pass that said Callum Knight on, that wouldn't have been good, would it? That'd have been bad. So, you know, I kind of wanted to get to the bottom of this. So I left it in their hands because, you know, I trust them. I'd just like to clarify as well, Summit in the City were fantastic about this, and they sorted it out really quickly. So I have absolutely no ill will towards Summer in the City at all. It's probably one of my favorite events now. Absolutely love it. And yeah, we were back upstairs. There was about 6 or 7 of us in a group sat down chilling out in the green room when security came in the room, and we was like, oh boy. And they started talking to a guy who fit the description that the lady had given me. Now, I'm not going to give the description because, like, honestly, I don't think this guy did anything, like, super bad. I don't think he was planning to do anything bad either. I think there was some weird miscommunication, and he somehow ended up with my pass. I don't know how, and I can't work out how, but I'm just, you know, giving him the benefit of the doubt and assume it was some sort of genuine mistake. Now, the security came in, and they were with the woman who gave me my pass. So I was like, okay, I guess they're here to sort out the problem. And they have 2 security guards approached a man on the balcony. And I was like, oh boy. And I was joking with everyone, like, oh, they're coming to sort out the guy. And then, like, they were chatting outside for 2 minutes. We were all kind of just, like, staring because we kind of knew what was going on while no one else really did. And they took the guy to one side, and they were chatting to him. And then they escorted him out of the room. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Like, what is going on? I'm so confused. And another couple of minutes passed, and I needed the bathroom, and we were going to all head downstairs. And as I went to the bathroom, the guy was still stood there with security, and I was like, oh God, what's actually happening? And then security took him in the lift and took him downstairs, and I was like, I do not know what's going on. Like, I don't understand. Like, I think without, like, you know, any official answer, it seemed like the guy was being escorted out of the premises, honestly. Unless they were taking him back down to pick up his own pass because there was some weird miscommunication, as I said. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here. But then, yeah, so, you know, the girl who was there sort of, like, looked at me and smiled, but she didn't actually say anything. And this guy got escorted out. And I was like, that's just so weird that, like, because I panicked big time. When someone told me someone had picked up my pass already, I instantly panicked because I was like, who would have my pass? That's not something that anyone would have. I mean, I know I'm not super quiet about my name being Callum Knight. Like, it doesn't bother me if people know my name. But it's also not, like, everywhere on the internet either. So, like, I don't understand how that could have happened. It's such a weird series of events to have led up to this guy getting my name and my pass. As I said, nothing seemed to happen. So there was no real harm done. It's more just like one of those scary moments where, like, it didn't seem too difficult for him to do, was my only worry. So maybe what they could do is have, like, an ID check, you know? Pretty much everyone that goes to these events is going to have ID with them because a lot of people go to Summer in the City and then they go out and have, like, a drink, or they go for food and have a drink while they're out having food. So you need your ID with you anyway. But yeah, and then, like I say, after that, it was fine. We went to the Mamma Mia party, which was super fun. The drinks were terrible, though, I'll be honest. They were absolutely terrible. Anyone who was there will vouch. And then the next day, it was the final day of Summer in the City, and we were excited. It was the Summer in the City Awards. I was up for Gamer of the Year. Up against some like names that I thought were, you know, huge. Like Claire Siobhan was in it, LD Shadow Lady was in it, Ellen from Xbox, Scott was up for it, and a guy called Tamaga who's super funny, like makes super funny comedy gaming videos. So like, you know, I thought my chances were absolutely minuscule, but they asked me to be there anyway. Like, and I was happy to go and watch the award ceremony. And they did Streamer of the Year first, and I actually don't know who won that. Like someone called like G something, or Lil G, or something along those lines. And then Gamer of the Year was second up, and they said Gamer of the Year, and they actually shouted my name, and I won Gamer of the Year at Summit in the City this year, which is unreal to have like an actual award. I'll put some pictures on the screen. Like I have an actual like glass award with my name etched into it. It's super official. I absolutely love it. And it was such a great event. Made even better by the fact that we finished it off by winning a little trophy. And they also made me into a biscuit, which is just as good as the trophy, to be fair. So guys, that is the story of how my identity got stolen at Summit in the City. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned for Harmony Hollow tomorrow and One Life on Wednesday, and I will see you guys very shortly. Peace!